Why can't you look into my eyes? Hide your face, pay the price. We will stand up.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Nerds Order Music Interviews. Today, I am with a member of the band Dead Like Juliet. How are you doing, man?
I'm fine. So I just had a kind of hard working week at the office, and I'm kind of exhausted. But now it's Friday. I finished work. I just opened my fresh beer, so I'm feeling well. So everything's
Nice.
good.
Hey, a good way to unwind after a hard day at work, right? A nice cold beer.
Exactly.
All right, let's get into it. So, tell me a little bit about the band. Like, where did all this begin?
Oh, this is kind of hard to explain. It was me, the first member of the band, and when I started this project, I did not even think about making a band. It was like me at home after school, doing some music stuff. I just wanted to record and release music, and so I did with my first two songs. And but after then, I just said, oh fuck, there's something missing. And then I discovered, yeah, man, you need a stage, you need a band, you need hard music, you need electric guitars, distorted guitars, and you need a fast drumming, and you need metal stuff, which I was not able to do by my own. So I started to reach out to find people joining the band, and after about 2 years, so it was in 2011, I had the first lineup ready, and this was so special for me because we started with the rehearsing and all the stuff, and I was just so happy to hear this heavy, loud music out of the beat. And then yeah, we had a few rehearsals, and then we had a first concert in 2012. That was it, basically.
Nice. What inspired the band name?
The band name, but it's really simple. It was just like in that time when I was at school, I had some English lessons, and we do some homework about Romeo and Juliet. I just did this homework, and suddenly I had this name in my mind. It was just like Dead Like Juliet, and just it got stuck in my mind. I had it stuck in my mind for days, and then I realized, okay, you have to name this project and this band after this idea in the mind.
I love that. That's great. So, how would you describe the music writing process for you and your band?
The music running process, can you specify what you mean?
Like, how does a song come together? Like, where does it all begin?
With the songs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we had this special point, and we started to making music. It was nothing special in this 2011 when we started. And then after we had our first a concert which was not the great thing, we had a new member joining our band, which is our actual bassist. And then we discovered, okay, this guy is a great songwriter. And then he started to bring in the first ideas of his first songs, and they were such like, whoa, okay, fuck, we have to perform these songs. And then he brought out the first two songs, and we performed them live for the first time. And the people were like, oh, but these two new songs, they are just like heaven. And then we just said, okay, we have to continue this way. And then since then, it's Martin, which is now it is our guitarist. First, he was the bassist. Brought all the ideas, and even now it is like that he brings the first ideas, and we are starting to mount all the ideas on his specific idea. So yeah, this is why all the first ideas from the songs come from.
Nice. Speaking of songs, what was the meaning behind Unwanted?
Oh, yeah. First of all, I want to say we are really, really focused on the meaning of our songs. So we will never release a song which does not have kind of a deep meaning to us. And Unwanted was like, first of all, it is the idea because we're singing like turn your flame into fire. For us, it means like, even if you have like a really tiny idea of something in your life, you just have to work on it to make this idea your flame, which is bigger. And then we sing about like this is a song for the misfits, like for the weak part of society. And for us, it has the meaning that also this weak part of society has to raise their voice. So it's like even sometimes that kind of people, they feel like, oh, I'm a misfit, my opinion does not count, and why should I speak up? And we just thought about, no, especially those people have to speak up, and they have to find the courage to speak up. And this is the second big part of the meaning of this song.
Well, I picked up on that, and that's what made me fall in love with it, because I consider myself an outcast. I consider myself like not important. So when I first heard that, I'm just like, oh my, like it opened my eyes to a lot of stuff I never thought possible. Let's just put it that way.
So great to hear. So great
Yeah.
to hear, man.
Because music saved my life. So I always try to learn from it. I always try to pick up on messages in it. And when I first heard that, I'm just like, I was mind blown.
Wow.
It meant a lot hearing that. It just hit me right in the heart. I swear.
Wow, that really means a lot. Wow. Thank you so much.
Of course. I love the build up from it too. Like I love like when it first starts off, it feels like you can like hear a little campfire in the background with an acoustic. And then Adnor goes right into the metal. I showed my friend this. He goes, "This isn't metal." I'm like, "Give it a minute." And he was like, "What the?" And he loved it. And
That's so cool.
it was great. His reaction was priceless. Because I love the way that song builds up. I love it. It's like you wouldn't expect it to be metal until you heard the full song. So
it
like,
has
I
this
love
kick
that.
in when it switches from the acoustic part to the heavy part. Most of the people they are like, "Whoa, what is happening now?"
Exactly.
But it's a
My
positive reaction.
friend was like, "What the heck?" Like he literally jumped out of his seat. I was dying of laughter. He was like, he just jumped up, like jolted up. And I'm over here like, "See, this is what I listen to. I hope you enjoy." He's listened to it 15 times already.
This is always the best part, when you show it to your friends, which are normally into the kind of radio music, now, and then you're starting with a song which starts in this acoustic, and then suddenly the metal kicks in.
It's
And then
lovely.
everybody's just like, "Whoa!" And this is just like, it is priceless to see their faces, man.
It is. Mind you, a lot of these people are into like rap and stuff like that. Like I'm the only metalhead in a lot of my friend groups, and I'm just like playing this stuff, and they're like, "Okay, we want to listen to more." I just send them a bunch of stuff. Now they're all like almost like sworn metalheads. It's hysterical. I love
So
it.
cool.
It's great.
So
Cool. When I first heard that song, though, I wanted to ask about it because I heard those messages, and it meant a lot to me to hear that. I did tear up a bit, I will admit, because it makes me feel like I gotta stop I gotta stop like just sitting around and accepting everything. So that would definitely give me.
Okay.
I love it. It gave me a big wake up call. Whew.
So cool. Thank you. Well, it really means a lot to hear that, man. Really.
I mean, music is a way of learning and a way of healing, and that's why I love metal. There's so much raw emotion in it, and you pick up a lot from that. Hence why I got into this. I wanted to get back to music because metal is what got me out of, well, a lot of stuff, if you will. After I got that depressive state, I wanted to get back, so I started this up. And honestly, best decision I've ever made. All right, let's
so cool.
The next
Have
question.
you heard our newest song, "Save Me"?
I need to. I'm actually planning on listening to it today.
Because this song is speaking about depression and depressed people and all of that. You absolutely have to listen to it.
I will
So,
give it a listen as soon as I'm done with this, and I will send you my response because I'm now very excited.
oh, great, do it.
Music that has a lot of meaning to it and heart is the best music you can listen to. That is why I'm so
Absolutely.
in love with the metal genre and what it's become. Like you got
Hmm.
bands like Currents, AXTY, Atena, Dead Like Juliet. Like there's so many groups that have a lot of meaningful music, and it's a shame that it's a lot of it isn't
Hmm.
being heard by a lot of people because that music can save lives.
Hmm.
That is the biggest thing of why I love
Yeah.
it. It's so empowering.
No, this is also important for us because it's like there is our guitarist who is writing the songs and he's like coming with instrumental structure of a song. And sometimes we think like, yeah, okay, this is really cool, but we will never like work on this song without having some lyrics which are meaningful for us, you know. We could never release some music with like this superficial lyric stuff. No, we have to have a deep idea of lyrics, and we want to tell a story, and this is so important for us. No.
Yeah, that's what I love about you guys. It's like it comes from the heart, and it's not like mainstream shit where it's just for the money. Even says it right in the song. You do it for the money.
That's
I
it.
do it with all my heart. It's right from the song.
That's it.
I love that.
That's it.
When I
Hmm.
first saw that, I'm over here like, and this is why I love metal, because it's a lot of it's mostly emotional stuff. It's not just for money; it's for what they feel inside. And when I saw that
Yeah.
actually in a song, I'm like, these guys know what's up.
Hmm.
I love
No,
it.
this is the same thing. You know, we are, let's say, a small band. We are touring a lot in Europe, but it's like we are mostly playing the kind of underground shows and stuff, which
Yeah,
means there is not much of money behind. We are usually really happy when we are able to cover our costs for traveling and all the stuff. So we don't make our music for the money because we don't really earn it. So we don't earn a lot of money, which means we earn money, but we need this money to cover our costs. So nobody of us is like taking the money and using it for his personal stuff.
yeah,
So all the money we can get, we use it. We just re-put it into the band stuff. So this is really important for us.
definitely.
Mm.
My next question is, who would you love to collaborate with on stage and in a recording studio?
Phew, phew. This wow. Do you want to hear like some band names or what is your intention?
Everything, anything you want to give me.
Okay. The thing is, um, we have some bands we're looking up to. It's just like the big bands who made the metal big, like Parkway Drive, Bring the Horizon.
Mhm.
Like those are just amazing. It would feel insane for us like to share the stage with them. But on the other way, we are really about private relation. You know, for example, we have a few bands, European bands, which are good friends of us, but they are also small bands, also tiny bands, and we have developed during the last years such a deep relationship during these bands. So I personally would consider like I'd rather make a record together with a band which is tiny band which is really friends of us than going out to another band just for promotional
Yeah,
terms and issues, you know, because nowadays it's often like bands making a record together just because okay, you're a big band, I have my fan base here, you're another big band having the fan base here, so let's unite to grow up the fan base. And we are not like growing this fan base that much, we are more like having this personal, this friendship record. It's even it's so cool to play a show with bands you're really friends with, and this is just the biggest thing for us, you know. It is sometimes we share the stage with some bands who are big, a big name in the scene or a known name in the scene, but we are not able to get this relation together, you know.
Yeah.
So just to say that we usually, if you talk about collaboration, we would always rather collaborate with some friends than just some important names in the scene.
Yeah. And of course, playing with friends makes it more fun. It feels more rewarding. So I can definitely see that too. It's like
exactly.
I would rather choose to play with my friends and play with bigger groups because at least with the friends you all know each other and it feels right playing with your friends than it does with anyone else you don't know.
Yeah, that's it.
I can definitely get behind that. All right. My next question is, what is the best piece of advice you were ever given when you started music?
The best advice? Okay, actually that's kind of simple. It's just like never stop working, because even when you're in a band, you will face so many moments when just everything comes together and you're just like, wow, I just don't want to continue like that. It's just like, you know, you feel like, well, everything I've done so far did not even pay out that much as you expected. And the most important advice is exactly never stop working. Never stop. Because if you sleep, you will not grow. That's it. Never stop working.
I really like
and never
that.
stop believing and never stop hoping.
That's great. Always push towards your goals and have all the hope you can. I love that. I really do. That hits so hard because I feel like that too. Like sometimes I'm trying to get all this done and like sometimes I get unmotivated and I think to myself, I have to keep this going. So I push myself really hard to get all this out. My final question. Oh, sorry, what were you saying?
Okay. No, I was just like, you know, we're in a band with 6 people, and it happens all the time that someday that guy is not so motivated, and then there is a bad time for the other guy and things. But it's like, as we are not just a band with 6 people playing music together, but we are a band of 6 friends. So we are always cheering up the other guys. So we will never leave someone behind. And this is so important. It just happens that everybody has a bad time or a bad day or a bad week or even a bad year, maybe. Huh? And we always stay behind everyone. So we lift up each other. And this is important.
That is amazing. I love it. I really do love that. It's great. All right, my final question for today is, what is next for Dead Like Juliet?
This is in time of a pandemic, right? This is a hard question.
I know.
You know, we have so many plans, but nobody knows what happens in a week or in a month or in a year. So it's so difficult to plan, and this is actually the biggest challenge we can face as a band that also the other bands can face. So yeah, actually, as we are not able to play shows, because in Europe for today, like every concert is just not possible.
Damn.
We are working on new music. We are writing songs. We are doing some pre-productions. We are doing first recordings for new songs. And that's the main thing we are allowed to do, because this happens in our tiny rooms. And yeah, so the next close step is that we are going to release an acoustic version of the song Save Me, which you have to listen to later.
I'll listen to it right when I'm done with this. I swear. You have my word.
That's so cool. And I'm waiting for your feedback, by the way.
I will send it over as soon as I'm done listening to it.
That's great. So we are working on that acoustic version. We are putting out in May. And for the rest, we are working on new songs for a new album. But I think it will not be possible for us to release it this year. It will happen next year. And then for the rest, which is the live things, it is like that we are planning some smaller shows for this autumn, but it's difficult because we still don't know if these shows can happen. So we are planning the shows just if it's possible to play in autumn here in Europe, that we can play. So that would be our dream, just to enter the stage again as soon as possible. But for now, we cannot guarantee anything. So we're just planning to play a bunch of shows, which is like 10 shows this autumn. And we'll see. We all need that shows. It's not that we want to play, but we need to play the shows just for the mental health and everything. And we are planning this, and let's see how it turns out. So,
Definitely, because I'm gonna be real. If I could ever fly down there to see you guys, I would. Because I actually am part Italian. I miss Italy. I really want to go back. So
have you ever been there?
I've been there once to discover my heritage. I went one time a few years ago because it's like, I want to see I want to see where I'm from and just check it out. Because even though I was born here, my family is from there, so I wanted to just check it out. And I went.
Your family is from Italy?
My great grandfather originated from Italy.
Okay, cool.
And
so
then,
where have you been in Italy?
I've
Like
been
the southern part? Or?
I've been to Rome and a few other areas near Rome.
Rome.
I forgot other places. I have bad memory, so I forgot where I went exactly right after that. It's just, but yeah, no, it was fun. It was a lot of fun. I really want to go back.
Absolutely. The thing is, as we are coming from the really north of Italy, which is really close to the Austrian border, it's like, when foreign people think about Italy, they think about the blue sea, all the beaches, and all this stuff. But where we live, there is no sea, no beaches. There's just like high mountains. And usually people thinking about Italy, they don't think about mountains, So we're just like in the middle of the mountain. It's just like, whoa. It's different, but it's fun because we're in the mountains. But if we drive 3 hours by car, we are at the sea. So,
damn,
we are kind of lucky.
I could see that for sure. Now I want to go even more. Goodness.
Yeah, just if you have the chance to come back to Italy, just tell us. You can come here. You can crash in one living room of our members, and we can have some beers together and food and music and stuff. Just say it.
I'll definitely keep that in mind. Man, I miss traveling. This whole pandemic has messed up so much stuff for a lot of people.
It's incredible,
Yeah.
especially for musicians.
Yeah, like that's why I started this up, was to help spread their music as much as I could, and hopefully be able to give back as much as I wanted to. That's a big reason why I started this up, because metal saved my life, and I wanted to give back ever since.
This is so important. This is so important. Well, actually, it's the same thing for me, Like I had a bad time when I was at high school, which is now more than 10 years ago. But I had, like I just came home from school and I was just turned on computer with my PA, put on some music, and life was good. So
music has.
I feel you, man. I feel you.
The song that got me out of it was "Shattered" by the band Currents. They have some really good stuff.
I just know them by name, but I don't really have a song in mind. So
I'll send it.
I have to check them. So while you are checking our song "Save Me," I am checking the band Currents.
Will do.
So
Actually, funny thing is, Current originated from my state. I'm like, wait, they came from Connecticut?
Mhm.
I found that hilarious. Well, not hilarious, but like really cool. I didn't expect my favorite band to come from my home state. So I'm just
Oh,
like, woohoo! But yeah, I'll definitely send that song over.
have you seen them live?
I was so close to seeing them live, but like I couldn't go because of some family stuff that happened. So my best
Oh.
friend did the best thing for me. He got me their record that they released. They did a vinyl record of one of their newer albums. He got it. I'm over here like, Mom, I'm over here like, you son of a bitch, I love you. Because I couldn't see them. It was like 2 days before my birthday, and I wasn't able to go. So I'm just like, hell. So my friend picked that up for me, and I'm just like, thank you.
Oh, that's cool.
Their
Neat.
music is great. The music is
Mhm.
actually what inspired me to start this up.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I know their name, but just by name, I just really don't have a music in mind. So are
Yeah,
they
I'll send it
heavy or are
over.
they more
They're
like
heavy. They're heavy, but it's really good.
okay?
I'll definitely send some stuff over.
Hmm.
All right,
Yeah, yeah. I need to listen to them. And there is
definitely.
also a point I would like to say, which is kind of important for our band because as we are six people, everybody has its own taste in music,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not just metal. Like our drummer, for example, he studies at university and he studies the drumming,
Mm-hmm.
and he's also really into the jazz music.
Yeah.
He also really likes hip hop music. Then um, there's our singer who also really likes hip hop music. Then we have our guitarist, which is really into like classic piano and stuff music. And so and I think this is so important, like when you are working on songs, when you're songwriting, because we all have so different ideas and thing in music in mind that we are able to put in some influences from other genres, and those are sometimes they're totally different genres, you know. And I think this is so important as metal music and also metalcore music these days. Sometimes it's like I would not say sounding all the same, but it's getting a bit generic. And
Yeah.
I really appreciate metal and metalcore bands who take their influences from totally different genres.
Yeah.
So and this is a thing which is also important for Dead Like Juliet, that we just want to bring in as many ideas, influences from life and other genres as we can.
I respect that because I listen to all different stuff myself. Like I can go from listening to classical in the morning to death metal at night. Like I listen to all genres. So I can go from jazz to orchestra to death metal, and like I just love it all.
That's great. That's so cool.
Same with like
Wow.
jazz, piano. All music has a place in my life. There's always a certain point where certain songs and certain genres should be played because it will fit the mood. Like if I'm just
Mm-hmm.
relaxing and like I had a stressful day, I'll listen to some jazz. If I'm in the mood for something like heavy, I'll listen to Currents or Corn or like anything else like that. Like I'll like all music has a place for me.
That's it. That's so important in my opinion.
It's best to be diversified in all music if possible.
Mm-hmm.
So I do that. Like when it comes to rap, I listen to old school stuff. Mumble isn't really my thing. So like I listen to older stuff from like the 90s. But that's really about
Mm-hmm.
it. I'm mostly rock,
Yeah,
metal, and orchestra. But I love
absolutely.
seeing the different like inspirations in other genres. It
Mm-hmm.
makes it
Mm-hmm.
just so beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
This is
Exactly.
I love it. Without music, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be here right now. Honestly,
Mm-hmm.
music is such a wonderful thing to have.
That's it. That's it. And it's so cool that you started this thing, and that you are supporting bands like with the interviews and stuff. And this is, you know, even for us as a small band, that kind of people like you are, they're so important for us, because we cannot rely on the big magazines like Rock Sound and Metal Hammer and all that stuff. We have to rely and to work with the small people. And for us, it is so important because we meet that kind of people as you are, which is people having small blogs and stuff, but we feel that everything they do, that you do, comes out from the heart. As you told me that the music saved your life, and that's just so important for us. It's like, just as we said it with Unwanted, we don't do it for the money, but with the heart. And when I see you and you tell me, oh fuck, Unwanted, just wow, it's so cool, and that you telling me that music takes your life, and that you started your little thing with this interviews and stuff, that thing is so important. Not just for us as Dead Like Juliet, but also for all the smaller musicians. So thank you so much for that. So thank you.
Of course, like music has been my therapist for a very long time, and I just wanted to give back any way I could. So after I recovered from what got me into that serious situation in the first place, I decided to just set this up, because I'm just like, you know what? We're in a pandemic. I'm finally like recovered enough to do things again. So I just decided, no, hell with it. Let's do this. Let's see where it goes. And now I talk with groups a lot, and I'm loving it.
Mm-hmm.
It's been
That's cool. And you know, the same advice I can give to you as some people gave to us, which you asked me before: never stop working. Just if you feel good doing the thing you do, just keep doing it. Keep doing it. Man.
exactly. It's so rewarding, and you meet some pretty fun people doing this. So actually, I was working with a group called Sepsis a little while ago. They're metal. They're close to where I am. They said, post what you do on our page, see what happens. I'm like, okay. And 10 bands messaged me, and an owner of a label. I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Like, I didn't expect that. So now I work with them a lot too, and I'm always giving them new suggestions for groups they should talk to and see if I can help them out even more. So yeah, I just do that whenever I get the chance. And it's been one hell of a journey. I regret nothing. This is the best decision I ever made in my life.
It's so cool to hear this. So really cool.
Because one thing I always wanted was to hear what messages go into music from the bands directly. And now I'm able to do that, which is just wonderful.
Yeah. So if we'll ever be able to make it to the US, because it's kind of difficult, we definitely have to make a stop at your town. Just maybe to play a show, if not just to crash at your place, or just meet you, have 2 beers, or even 10 or even 20, I don't know.
Funny thing is, there's actually a lot of underground places near where I live for small groups. There's a surprising amount of them.
Absolutely. It's just like, it's so hard for European bands, smaller European bands, underground bands, to make a tour or even some concerts possible in the US. It's just like, if you have to pay for the flights for all the members, and then you're just there. Then you have to rent the van or the car and all stuff.
It's frustrating.
Then you have but just like, we are believing in this, and this would be one of our biggest dreams, like playing outside of Europe, and as the US has like the biggest music scene
in the festivals,
or one of the biggest. We just want to get there. So for now, we don't see a chance to do it, but who knows what happens in 2 years, 5 years. Well,
the future is still undecided, but plan to make it the best one you can. That's all I gotta say on that. Like you can't see the future, but make it the most you can when it happens. And that's what
That's
I did
what
here.
do-
I didn't expect to work with groups like there's one group I always wanted to work with, and I got to work with them, and I never expected that. I just said, no, let's give it a try and see what happens. I just wanted to give back, and now I'm working with groups who I loved for a long time. So it's like, I never thought that'd ever be a reality for me. I just kept pushing towards it. So and when the pandemic is over and festivals start opening up again, hey, try your luck. Warped Tour's coming back. And that man, Kevin Lyman, he launched careers. Like, he got so many small bands up there because of his tour. And he let everyone play. He didn't care how small your band was. If you had music, he'd let you play. Dude was amazing. And they're bringing that festival back right after COVID's done. So it's worth a shot.
Yeah. Let's see what happens after. So
For real. Well, hopefully things will wrap up soon with the vaccine and everything out. We can only hope.
Yeah. I'm getting my first vaccine on Sunday, which is
Nice.
2 days.
Nice. I'm getting my my second one on the 3rd. So
Okay.
yeah, I missed all my
Just
friends.
let's hope that this thing will bring us closer to the end of this story.
Yeah. Because like I haven't seen all my friends forever. Because whenever we hang out, we always listen to the music together. Because I got some like sound systems down here I usually use it for, and it feels a lot better with those speakers. So we all just sit down together and blast music, and I haven't been able to have them over because of the pandemic, and we're like, damn it. So hopefully we'll get our vaccines, we can start blasting music again. Oh man. It's not the same when you just have to send it over and not listen to it with them. Like when I heard Unwanted, I'm like, I want to hear that with them so bad, but we're all so far because of the pandemic. So I sent it over, and we FaceTimed, so I could see their reactions to it. When it went into their eyes just widened. It was hysterical. I miss those days. Good times. Yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap things up because.
Oh,
what were you asking? Sorry, your camera froze for a minute.
Well, what? Sorry, I did not understand that.
Your camera froze for a minute. So what were you gonna say before it froze?
Oh, no, I just So I'm happy for now. So if you have any other questions, just tell them. And if not.
Well, everything I was gonna ask has been answered, so I'm already like set up on that. I'm gonna listen to Save Me, and I'm gonna send you my response. I look forward to listening to it.
Absolutely, I'm waiting for
excited.
it. And I'm listening to Currents now, so
right, I'll send over their song.
Great.
Right, thank you so much. This has been another Nerds Order Music interview. Today, our guest was a member of Dead Like Juliet. Have an amazing night, my friend, and thank you so much. This has been great.
Thank you so much as well.
For the bad, for the